Hello, this is Mark Henninger, the senior editor at AVS Forum, and I am at Worldwide Stereo in Ardmore, Pennsylvania with Rob Markosha to talk about this really incredible demo home theater that they have in their store, which is a recent project that you are in charge of, I gather. So tell me a little bit about this.
So this room, if you were to come in here 3 months ago, would have looked nearly identical. What really drove this project is we wanted to have something. We had a great theater in here before, but we wanted to have something that was exceptional. Every year at CEDIA, there are lines around certain demonstrations, and the JBL synthesis is one of them. And we wanted that experience here in our showroom. We have it with our clients, but we wanted it here. So that was really our main goal for this room.
No question. I've been to those CEDIA synthesis demos and actually awarded them Best of CEDIA awards a couple times. So blow me away every time, and that's with extremely fierce competition. So I can understand you doing that. But I also, I mean, I already know. So, but there's something really special about this theater, and that has to do with the electronics.
That's right. So when we said we want to make something exceptional, we really did. So what we did is we took it to as the extreme that was we could. We have the power in here is powered by Mark Levinson amplifiers. We have the STP75 surround processor and an in-wall package that is a brand new SCL speakers from JBL. Absolutely, for the size of room that we have, probably the best speaker configuration, power, and surround processing as possible.
Sure. And you know, I've demoed this theater, and what I can say, which is a little bit scary, but I mean, it makes sense, is that it actually sounds better than any of the CEDIA demos that I've heard. And that presumably is because it's a dedicated theater and that you were able to put more effort into the setup and calibration and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. So we were able to, we had the luxury of designing it, working closely with JBL and designing it as a team. And then we had our staff be able to really do a tremendous implementation of placing the products, getting it installed correctly, and wiring it up. And then the calibration. So we were able to have the calibration done, and we had professional calibration from JBL where they spent a full day in here just calibrating it. We had 8 mics in each one in each seat position. We have the central 3D microphone to measure the depth and dimension of the sounds coming through it, and that was all calibrated tremendously. The funny thing was, even before we had it calibrated, the performance was notable, as an upgrade.
Absolutely, this has been a tremendous sounding theater before this. Now, let me ask: in that calibration, did you glean any specifications as to like the final performance of this room? Maybe how loud it can get, or how deep the bass can go, or anything along those lines?
So it's fully dynamic all the way. I can't be in the room as loud as I can get. Put it this way: we can make this room be too loud to be in, and we're able to pressurize it. The funniest thing is, if you want, I have a secret of where the best seat is in the house for the acoustical performance that measured the best, and it's not where you would think it would be. That being said, they're all fantastic.
Okay, awesome. And do you know maybe like the total wattage that we're looking at with those Mark Levinson amps?
So they each the left, center, and right amplifier is a 400 watt per channel amplifier into 8 ohms, and then we have 2 surround amplifiers, which are the 535Hs, and they're 200 watts per channel. So that's a lot of power, and that's at 8 ohms. We're going to draw a little bit deeper than that. So we have, I believe it's up to like 800 watts per channel if we're hitting it at 4 ohms on the main channels.
Right. And these are JBL speakers, which have always been known for being high sensitivity to begin with and still have that power handling. So that's why I guess this theater can really get loud, presumably quite a bit above reference level volume.
Absolutely. But what's really interesting is not so much the loudness, it's the clarity. And we are using a microperf screen and the speakers are behind it, and the penetration that it can get into the room adds a whole nother depth that our other system just couldn't do. That's really what I find amazing.
Right on. And so something didn't change, which is the projector. Can you just briefly tell us what makes up the visual part of this system?
We have a Sony VPL 5000 ES projector, which is a Sony's laser projector, top of the line, and we're using a Stewart film screen for that. And it's a masking screen as well. It's incredible. I think probably dollar value for performance, you can't do better than what that is.
Right. And the synthesis processor is handling all of the video formats right up to the HDR that this can take.
It actually passes all video right through to the projector right now, and the projector will handle all this, all the scaling if there's any scaling or anything done like that.
No problem with Sony's processing whatsoever.
No, absolutely, it's fantastic. It's world class, and that's one of the things that makes Sony so special. That and the lens.
All right. Now, can you just tell me approximately how long this project took to complete?
So we had planning for about a month and a half, 2 months, and then we were able to move really rapidly for this project to do a tear down and build up within less like a month and a half. And that partly had to do with the way we originally designed the room, and we have acoustical treatments that have stretched fabric over the walls. So we're able to pull the fabric down, replace, run wires, and then put it back up. The overall, I'd say about a month and a half, and we're still ironing out all the final refinements, but it's pretty much 100% go now, and it sounds great.
All right. And ballpark, what's this system run? I mean, the gear.
So the gear is ballpark about $250,000. If we did the whole room, probably closer to $400,000. That's furniture, design, etc.
But it's at once a home theater and also an actual top-of-the-line audiophile sound system.
It is, and I like to say it's more of a home cinema than a home theater. This is a place where you can go and actually get a better performance than any theater you walk into anywhere in the world. You can't go in public and get an experience like this. It's that special.
Okay, did you hear that? So this store is actually in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, and there's only a couple of places, I believe, in the country that you can get an experience like this, specifically top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art JBL synthesis. And do you know of any theater where Mark Levinson is taking care of the rest of the business?
I don't personally. I've never seen one. It's unique and it's exciting. So, no.
All right. Well, I hope people come by and actually check this out in person, because it is it's a very rarefied demo room. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe to this channel.